My name is Lubi Kwendakwema. I have a husband, I have two children, two daughters. The youngest is 2 years old, the older one is 4 years old, and I'm the youngest of four daughters actually. So I have three other sisters and no brothers, and a father and a mother who are thankfully still living. Okay, so a little bit about my background. I am a clinical psychologist and I am basically a licensed therapist practicing here in Lusaka, Zambia. And I've always known that I wanted to be a psychologist. So I think I knew from the time that I was 14 years old that this was the field that I was called to. I've always wanted to understand why people do the things that they do, understand emotions, help people with their problems, and help make things a little bit better for them. I have been with TKP almost since inception, so from the very beginning, before we even had our first girls move into the home. So it's been about a year and 6 months now that I've been working quite closely, myself and the rest of the team from my practice who come in to support. And the scope of our work is that we work primarily with the girls who come into the home, and we offer trauma counseling for them and any other emotional support that they may need. And this is in the form of weekly sessions. So we meet up with each girl weekly for an individual session and just work through some of the different things that they've gone through, have experienced, some of the things that they're currently experiencing. And this changes over time, over their stay, because they have different challenges. You know, when they initially come in, some of their challenges is just getting stable, you know. So some of what we're trying to provide for them at that stage is really just establishing safety, creating a safe environment where there are routines, where there are structures, and where we help them to just start to stabilize, start to learn a bit more about their emotions, what they are, why they are feeling the way that they're feeling, linked to some of their experiences and what they've been through. And then that over time shifts to things like actually getting to a point where we reprocess some of their traumas, because, you know, the girls that come into this home have been raped, have been abused, and that's how they have ended up pregnant and ended up in this home. So part of the work is then helping reprocess those traumas. And a lot of the way that we do that is through trauma-informed care, you know, ensuring that we are using best practices, you know, that we know based on the latest research, evidence-based practice, and so on. And that shifts over time as well to supporting them with things like relationships within the home, relationships with their babies, learning to attach to their babies, learning to care for their babies, understanding some of their emotions towards their babies, because their babies are born under certain circumstances, you know, their babies that are a result of abuse trauma, and that can be a complex relationship that needs support and needs us to help them navigate that. And then once they're back in school, it's also helping them navigate that, you know, helping support them with learning, support them with some of their struggles, support them with some of their anxieties, worries about being able to learn about their future. And now we're getting into the stage where we're starting to prepare some of them actually for leaving the home and trying to help them work through some of the issues that come from that. So that's the support that we provide to the girls. I really believe that there's a reason why all of us are put here on earth. You know, there's a reason why we have unique gifts and talents. And it's important that people are able to live out their full potential. So I actually see access to mental health as a human rights issue. It's not just something nice to have or an additional thing. It's something that every person deserves, to be able to live out their full potential and live out a life that's meaningful. So in a lot of ways, it ties in with the TKP mission and vision. And this is how we got involved and started working together, because TKP came in trying to support girls that have been through horrific situations, who've been through traumas that are unimaginable, trying to come in, provide something for those girls so that their trajectory, their life is able to continue and that they're able to live out their full potential. And we came in to address the mental health aspect of that, to ensure that there's healing that happens. And this healing is healing that's holistic, healing that ensures that when these girls leave this place, they're able to live out life to their full potential. They can really achieve their goals, they can fulfill their dreams. That this situation that they've experienced isn't the thing that's going to limit them and keep them stuck and keep them living a life that just is full of pain, a life that's scarred, a life that no one really should live, because things happen, life happens, bad things happen all across the world, not just in Zambia. And that's part of the human condition and where we are now. But it's important that even when those things happen, people have a chance to overcome those things and have a chance to be able to go on and live a life that is fulfilling. So part of my own passion is making sure that we help people heal so that they don't end up hurting other people because of those hurts that they've experienced themselves, and that then perpetuating something, a cycle of something that's unhelpful, a cycle that then starts to bring a society that has people hurting one another, have people living in a certain way that is harmful for everyone. So in a lot of ways, even with TKP, this fits in, because what we're trying to do is ensure that this experience that these girls have gone through, they're able to heal from it so that they're able to take care of their girls, their babies, that they don't perpetuate something with their babies that is harmful, and those babies grow up in a certain environment that make them more likely to do other things to hurt their own babies after that, or people around them. So it's really important work that needs to be done and that we're doing here.